As I recall it, that nice couple never knew what hit 'em. I don't think you'll want to hear all the specifics. Oh, right. You're a documentary filmmaker. You and your audience want to hear every little detail. Well, let's start with when they escaped from my trunk. One of them had to have been a grease monkey, 'cause that's the only way they would have known how to get out of that trunk. Now I'm out of the car, on foot, chasing down these two I wish to inflict great harm upon. Why? I don't know, maybe my childhood went south, I guess. Anyways, they must have been really scared or something, 'cause they was running faster than the roadrunner away from the likes of me. They tried to juke into a little forest on the side of the road, but I was right on their tail. I got me out my little switchblade, just sharpened it, got a little dull after the last use. Stabbed a guy's phone instead of his heart back in March. Now, who doesn't believe in miracles? Well, I guess they do exist for certain people, but not for that nice little couple I carved up like jack-o'-lanterns. You know how people use the seeds and guts of a jack-o'-lantern to make a pie after they get done with hollowing it out and cutting the design and whatnot? Well, let's just say I had some very snappy and lit-up looking guests at my last meal. We had intestine pecan pie simply to die for. It seemed like the worst of the night was over, but in reality, it was only just beginning. As I looked back at my camp, now sprinting away from it, I could see that damned beast throwing my cousin across the woods into a jagged tree. All he wanted to do was bond with me this weekend, and now he's quite literally one with nature. Manny, my friend from the crematorium, said he had his condition under control. But with the time change and full moon happening on the same night, and being out camping without any kind of phone or watch, he took his medication an hour too late. The third of 6 nights we were supposed to be out camping. That little snafu leads to a delayed reaction and the calming of his beastliness, or him turning into a werewolf, the thing of which is getting closer and closer to me the more I look at it.
You thought you could burn me alive? You fool! The flames only make me stronger. I feed off chaos and destruction. In hell I feel right at home. You will die trying to stop me. The last thing you will ever experience will be a death so slow and grimacing, you will thank me when I decide to finish you off.
I guess I could try to remember what happened. Let me just drink some water. My hands won't stop shaking. Okay. I couldn't see exactly who or what it was. We just wanted to have a good time, you know? Now, all my friends are dead. Because of that thing, that creature, whatever the hell it was. Its face was changing shapes. The eyes and lips didn't change, but they were rotating in place as if there were propellers on its face. The outside structure of this thing's face stretched outwards horizontally and squished downwards vertically, almost like some hellish rectangle. Being the brave but naive friend she is, Jen went up to the son of a bitch, thinking it was just some dude in a costume. Next thing I know, I see her decapitated head rolling towards me while the creature chomps down in her spine.
Hey everyone, it's Samson, the professional clown, coming to you live from Mayor Jackie's basement. We're gonna have ourselves a good old time down here, baby. I got my evil instruments of torture and my Polaroid. And guess what that means, Mayor Jackie? This is my house now. I'm gonna cut out your heart and eat it using a fork made from your ribs. Oh, I have an idea. Maybe when you bleed out in the tub, I can take a bath in it. Then when I'm done, I can feed you to the plants as fertilizer. Your body would look great scattered along the garden.
The year was 1927. It was a dark and raining evening when we heard it. I was only 6 years old at the time, the youngest of 8 siblings, so a random scream wasn't all that uncommon in our household, with my siblings saying I love you with their fist and all. But this was a scream I didn't recognize. It was definitely a female-sounding scream, but at the time the whole family except for Dad was seated at our oversized table for supper, so it couldn't have been one of my sisters nor my mom. We all heard it and looked at each other. They were as calm as can be, not having the same realization I did, until my mom spoke up and said,
"Kids, go to your room and lock the doors if you would."
She only had to tell us once after we saw this look in her eye. Something we had never seen before. Absolute and utter terror. That was the last I ever saw of my mother. I still hear her every once in a while. When she regains consciousness, she still screams from her tomb she was buried alive in, our kitchen wall.